Boom, welcome back to Els TV. And the Champions League round of 16 is fully complete. And I did my predictions and I think I was spot on. I really think I was spot on. I don't think that I got anything wrong. Leave a like on the video. Leave a subscribe. We're trying to hit 400. We're at 370 now, people. So appreciate the support. I'm loving y'all so far. 10 subscribers last week. We're going to go for 30 more. But hopefully by the end of March, we can get that done. And without further ado, let's talk about these games, man. Let me talk about these games. So I'm going to start off with a big game. Barcelona versus Newcastle. Now, this is a game where I expected Barcelona to win because their home record this season is 14-0. They haven't lost at home this season at all. Champions League, whatever it is. They have not lost at home this season. And a lot of people were saying, oh, Newcastle, physicality, Premier League, They're going to give Barcelona a hard game. Oh, they can do it. Oh, Newcastle can really... That was a narrative that I was seeing going around, especially on Twitter. And I'm like, bro, Newcastle are not better than Barcelona. I know it's not always about the better team going through and what's not, but Newcastle are not beating Barcelona at the Camp Nou. We're just beating them. That's not going to happen. That Newcastle squad is not doing that. And we saw exactly why in that game. We saw exactly why that's not going to happen. Rafinha, quality. Lamine Yamal, good game. After last week, it was poor. And people were talking about it. Now he comes back and scores a penalty again and gets an assist from Lewandowski. Another player they said was finished last week. Look at what you all be saying, bro. You said Lewandowski was finished last week. Look at him now. Look at him now. But anyways, 2 goals for him. 2 goals for Rafinha. 1 for Lamine Yamal. 1 for Fermin Lopez as well. Another player that I feel doesn't get talked about at all. You know? This guy has... 12 goals and 16 assists this season? Why is no one talking about this? He's 22 years old. He's a young player. He's doing his thing. And man are talking, not saying anything. He's not even in conversations for one of the best players in the world or best midfielders in the world. Bro, he's been probably the best attacking midfielder or at least top 3 attacking midfielders this season. Let's be real. Bro, 12 goals, 16 assists for that Barcelona team. And it's gonna increase. It's not gonna stop there. So I feel like he's underrated. Fermin Lopez is underrated at this point. So a goal for him. And another goal from Marc Bernal as well. He's been goal scoring a lot recently. I don't know what he's on right now. I mean, he literally said sometimes he plays a cam, so maybe that's why I'm scoring. But yeah, he's doing his thing as well. So this Barcelona team, the defense is still a bit shaky. You know, we know about the high line. We know they can be got at. But in attack, bro, I don't think there's a better attack. A better attacking team in Europe. Maybe PSG can really think at Bayern as well. Maybe they can compete with them. But, bro, the individual quality, it just shines, especially at home. It just shines, bro. There's nothing you can do. Newcastle got suffocated. The first half, they were good, to be fair. Newcastle were good in the first half. I'll give them that credit. They even had Ante Elanga scoring. They probably should have come out the second half. I mean, they did come out the second half 2-2 or 3-2. They probably should have come out at least drawing. But Kieran Trippier... You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to pull down Rafinha like that. That just didn't need to happen. But the second half, Barcelona just blew them apart, man. I know a lot of the goals were mistakes and what's not, but my God. It was 7-2, bro. 7-2. Regardless of mistakes and what's not, you can't lose 7-2 and say it's just mistakes. So big up to Barcelona. And it's also I'll get into that conversation later, actually. But yeah, we're going to Chelsea versus PSG. Honestly, I thought this game would be closer. I really did. I think a lot of people did. But, so as I was saying before, I was brutally interrupted by my camera dropping. Chelsea versus PSG. It was 8-2, bro. This is not a good look for the Premier League. 8-2 to PSG. And as I said, I thought this game would be closer. I thought it would be like maybe a 5-3 on aggregate or something like that. But 8-2 is fucking crazy. Sorry to swear, but it's fucking crazy, bro. Like, Chelsea in that second game at Stamford Bridge were just... Bro, they had no fight, man. They didn't even want it. Honestly. I'll be honest. Like, they didn't do enough to even try to score. It wasn't like they got unlucky and PSG just hit them and PSG bopped them, bro, on their own grounds. They were better at the Parc des Princes than they were at Stamford Bridge. And that says everything. It shouldn't be like that. Yes, you got beat 5-2. Yes, it was unfortunate. But at least show some fight at home. At least try to do something. I don't think Chelsea fans would be mad if Chelsea players tried and really got at them and did something. Scored a couple goals, didn't get through, but tried or whatever. So they can't be mad at that. But to beat 3-0 and get dominated like that, Vitinha running the show, Barcola's finishing, Kvaratskhelia again. Like, it's just relentless. This PSG team, man, people are just underrating it. People always talk about, oh, they didn't do too great in the group stages. They didn't do too great in the group stages last season. They won the Champions League. It's not about the group stages, it's about who gets to the round of 16, and they did it. And this team is still there. They're still one of the best teams in the world. Don't underestimate PSG because, you think Bayern have been amazing this season, or Madrid and even Arsenal and Barcelona. But PSG could beat all those teams. Every single one. They have profiles that can play in so many different ways that is scary, bro. This PSG team is crazy, bro. And they don't even have Fabian Ruiz. But Zaire Emery has stepped in, and it's been amazing. He stepped in for Fabian Ruiz. He's been very, very, very good. They brought in Joe Fernandes from Barcelona. They have Lee. They have a good squad, man. And PSG deserve to win this game. And it's embarrassing. I will talk about it now. It's embarrassing for the Premier League. 8-2, 7-2. I'm not even done with the scores like that. This is supposed to be the best league in the world. But they come against teams that play football. When these Premier League teams are coming against teams this season playing football, I would say other than Arsenal, they don't do anything. They just get bopped. They just get bopped, bro. Because we're going to go into Man City versus Real Madrid now. 5-1, bro. Like, what are these scores? 7-2 and 8-2 and 8-3 on aggregate. 8-2. 5-1. What is going on? What is going on right now? Like, are we seeing this? This is supposed to be Man City second in the Premier League. They're saying, a lot of people are like, what is it? The bottom teams in the Premier League would finish top 4 in La Liga or finish top 4 in League One and finish top. No, they would not. No, they would not. The Premier League has more money. Yes, it has more attraction. Yes, the Premier League is entertaining at times. Yes, not in terms of style of play, but in terms of results and what's not. Yes, I agree. But in terms of individual quality or quality in the league, in terms of football, it is not the best league in the world, bro. It's not. If you're telling me this season you enjoy most Premier League games, you're lying. All I'm seeing is man going for corners, throw-ins, set pieces, this and that. There's not enough flair. There's not enough players trying to do certain things. I talk about it so much in my videos because it pisses me off because people are just not talking about it enough, I don't think. This needs to change. It can't be like this. And it's just embarrassing in my opinion. But yeah, Man City lose 5-1 to Real Madrid. Real Madrid do it again. They've been poor this season. Very, very poor this season. Probably one of the worst Madrid sides in a while. And they still get the job done in Champions League against Man City. Albeit Man City, if it wasn't for that red card, probably would have gave them more of a game, I think. Because they scored. Like, Man City were not bad in this game. I think that they were just kind of unlucky in a sense because they had some offsides and stuff like that. But it's still Real Madrid in Champions League, man. It's just something about them in the Champions League that they just lock in, man. There was no one would be surprised if Madrid go this weekend and lose to whoever they're playing. They just go lose. That's what they do. They'll go win 5-0 in Champions League and then go lose to Elche. You know what I'm saying? I know they beat Elche 4-0 or 4-1 last week, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like it's just a Madrid, man. They just in the Champions League they're just different. They're just different. But Mbappe is back now as well. They play Bayern in the next round. That game's gonna be hot. I think that if Mbappe carries Madrid to the semifinals, beating Bayern and scoring like pivotal goals in those games, he might be in competition for the Ballon d'Or like Lamine Yamal, Like, so let's study. Mbappe scored a lot of goals this season. Yes, he's been injured the last few weeks, but he doesn't dispute that he scored in almost every game this season. And if he goes against its semifinals with Madrid, that Madrid team that needs so many different things, different midfielders, different this and that, managers changing this and that, gets its semifinals, probably against PSG because they play Liverpool. It's mad, bro. It's mad. I'm not gonna lie. That is something. If they get to the final, they're winning it, bro. Madrid are not getting to the final and losing. If Mbappe carries Madrid to the final, it's long, bro. It's long. But yeah, man, it's another L for the Premier League. Sporting made a big comeback as well. I want to talk about that 5-0 at home against Bodo. I thought Bodo would at least do something, but 5-0, bro. Bro, what a comeback from Sporting, man. They deserve that. Into the quarterfinals unfortunately, it's against Arsenal. You're definitely gonna lose that. I'm so sorry, but you maybe win a first leg. But you're not beating Arsenal at Emirates. It's just like I don't want to be. I'm not an Arsenal fan here. I'm not some Arsenal, D Ryder or whatever. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't think Sporting can beat Arsenal. I just don't. I really don't think so. So that's another thing. Another Premier League game. Tottenham lose 7-5. God, 7-5 on aggregate. And I mean, this is what Chelsea maybe should have done. Tottenham are in the relegation zone, and they at least showed some fight. Bro, they won the game 3-2. You know, maybe Tottenham could have done something if they didn't have if they didn't have Kinski in goal, which is the manager's fault in the first leg. But they at least showed fight. They at least tried, and they won the game 3-2. I probably should have won the game by more, but they're gone out now because Atletico Madrid probably weren't too fired up for the game because they're like, all right, we're 5-2 up. We don't need to go crazy. We can just manage the game and manage situations and what's not, and then capitalize when we can. And that's basically what they did. So big up to them. So I'm not saying that Tottenham are back and it's this big resurgence because some people are now saying, oh, this Tottenham team ain't going down. Oh, we got Bergval coming back. We got Kudus coming back. So no, nothing's gonna happen now. We beat Atletico Madrid. We drew against Liverpool. Let's relax, guys. If you go and lose against Sunday against Nottingham Forest, all of this means nothing. It just means nothing at all. But big up to you for fighting back. But you're out of the Champions League now. Atletico Madrid will face Barcelona. And even if you went to the next round against Barcelona, my goodness gracious, I don't think anybody in the entire world would want to see that. Because it might even be worse than the Newcastle game. I'm not even going to lie. Lamine Yamal versus Pedro, not even Pedro Porro, versus Destiny Udogie is not even fully fit. You can't even say Ben Davies. Sousa. Rafinha running. I don't even want to hear it, bro. But yeah, man. Liverpool, unfortunately, are through. Kind of expected it because, as I said in the last video, Galatasaray's away form is horrible, bro. They have like one win in 9. And of course, it's against us because that's what we do, right? Galatasaray just beat us at Old Trafford, because not even Ten Hag, forget Onana. It was all Onana's fault. Onana's a bum. So that's the reason why we lost that game. But anyways, they lost 4-0 to Liverpool. Szoboszlai with a goal, Salah with a goal, Ekitike with a goal, and Gravenberch with a goal. Salah with a goal and an assist, missed a penalty as well. I thought he was pretty poor in the game, but lost with GA. He's injured now, so that's the thing. But Szoboszlai, I want to talk about him. He's been Liverpool's player of the season. Let's have it right. He's been Liverpool's player of the season. And I don't think anybody can dispute that. He's been showing up in big moments, got GA in every single Champions League game but one. And that was the first leg against Galatasaray. Moving them, giving them points in the Premier League. Like, without that goal against Spurs, they wouldn't have scored a goal. Yes, they had opportunities, should have scored, but that's not what it is. It's about can you get the ball back in the net. Szoboszlai did that from another free kick in a big game. Another free kick. So big up. I want to see big up to Szoboszlai as a player. I don't care about Liverpool. Like, I don't really care, but I like Szoboszlai as a player. So big up to you, man. He's definitely been their player this season. Liverpool will face PSG in the next round. They get smacked up. They're not beating PSG again. They might not get smacked up like 7-0 or some shit like that. And it's not gonna be 8-2 like how Chelsea did, but I think Liverpool lose that game. And then finally Bayern versus Atalanta. I mean, the tie was done in the first leg, 6-1. So they decided to win 4-1. They still did. So it ended up being 10-2 in aggregate. Jesus Christ, Bayern, like chill. Harry Kane scored probably one of the goals of the season. I don't know if you also type in Harry Kane goal against Atalanta. That goal is mad, bro. The close control and then he just like that. I'm gonna be honest, Harry Kane, that's crazy. I didn't even. I was like, yo, that's a mad thing, bro. And Harry Kane, man, big up yourself, man. 45 goals this season in March. And I saw someone on Twitter saying he has 45 goals this season. Are we gonna act like that's normal? That's not normal, bro. Harry Kane is still doing his thing this season. I talked about Mbappe scoring goals, but if Harry Kane goes and beats Madrid and gets them to a final, maybe even wins it, bro, he should be in the Ballon d'Or conversations too. There's a lot of players that, depending on how they go for the rest of this season, this is the crucial time of the season, could really make a stake for player of the season or something big. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the World Cup and what's not. That's also another factor as to goes into certain things because, yes, Harry Kane might go and win Champions League, but then they go and flop in the freaking World Cup and Mbappe or Yamal does a mad thing and the other team maybe got to the semi-finals, won their league, won this trophy, and then they go and win the World Cup. They win the Ballon d'Or, scored this many goals. There's so many different factors, but Harry Kane, he's definitely up there, man. One of the best players in the world. Big up yourself for moving from Tottenham, going to Bayern, showing that you're still quality at another league. Because people like to say this thing about English players can't go to different leagues and do well and what's not. So big up to yourself, man, Harry Kane. He's a monster, man. He's a monster. But yeah, people, the Champions League quarterfinals are there. We have Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid, Arsenal versus Sporting, Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid, the best one, PSG versus Liverpool. Right? That's what we got going so far. I'm gonna do predictions for that obviously when it's time because we have an international break coming up. But it's gonna be good, man. The Champions League is going to be. It's looking spicy right now. I've been loving the Champions League this season. I hope many more to come, man. Many more to come. But you guys know what to do. Leave a like on the video. Leave a subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you all think about the Champions League so far this season. And I'll catch you on the next video, people. Peace out.